back. It's that time of the week again. The Michael Cera Podcast.
Michael Cera.
Week 374 of the Michael Cera Podcast. Everyone thought we'd fail after week 1, but as Michael Cera's popularity has snowballed, so has ours. You guys know the drill. Every week we recap all the hot Cera news. We talk about different Cera trivia, different Cera facts.
Every week, talk about this trivia about Michael Cera.
Every week
every week the same
pool
stuff about Michael Cera.
Every week the pool deepens. So, for example, did you know, if you watched last week, you probably know, but did you know that Michael Cera is set to star in the adaptation of the popular graphic novel called Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
We've talked about that for like every week since the last.
I said it. Did we say that it was a graphic novel before?
Yeah, we read the graphic novel out loud.
My point is, I was on Ain't It Cool.
It looks fine. It's good.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it's messy.
Or should I go?
No, don't. It's supposed to be about Michael Cera, not about your bangs.
No, I know, but I want him to, if he sees it, to
he's gonna think. He's not gonna think because he doesn't care. He's not a caring. Like, we've been doing this for 375 casts, and he hasn't messaged us once. And I'm beginning to think that maybe Michael Cera isn't as good as he thought he was.
He hasn't messaged you.
He hasn't messaged.
Anyways, I was reading on Ain't It Cool News this week. An early review of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. The special effects apparently were still a bit rough, but let me tell you guys, in the words of Harry Knowles, nerdgasm. Nerdtastic. Nerd alert. All you nerds out there, if you've ever played an 8-bit NES game, or have ever... You know I was in high school when it's like these jock types, they get all the girls. They look like Moose from Archie Comics. And then other normal guys... like us, it's like a bit. It's a bit trickier. It's a bit tricky, and that's why Michael Cera is the voice of a generation. I'll say it again: the voice of a generation. The voice, of a generation.
3 weeks ago,
voice of a generation.
3 weeks ago, I would have agreed with you, but I don't. I'm sorry that I'm doing this on the air, but I don't want to be in the Cera Cast anymore. Last week.
Oh my God, you didn't.
Friday night, a new movie came out, and I went to see it.
Matt.
We
vowed that we wouldn't go see it.
I know. I said I didn't want to go. My little cousin wanted to go. I saw She's Out of My League, okay?
I knew it.
I saw it. And Jay Baruchel is amazing, and he's so much better than Michael Cera. Nice. Jay Baruchel is exactly what you want Michael Cera to be. Like, Michael Cera's always, like, sort of approaching this level, and he's just, like, kind of wimps out on it because he's, like... a wimp, but Jay Baruchel has like...
Are you going to call him a wimp to our fans?
Yeah, I am. Cera Cast fans. I am starting a new Jay Baruchel podcast about a guy who actually has some talent, because he's not like that in real life. He's like, likes to party, he drinks, and he hangs out in NDG in Montreal, which is a really cool neighborhood.
I have black hair. I'd probably call people my friend and say, oh, thank you, sir. I'm Jay Baruchel.
And Michael Cera is phony, and Jay Baruchel is real. And
sorry, if by phony you mean that he's a wonderful actor. You call De Niro a phony? Robert De Niro?
Who?
De Niro. Robert De Niro.
I don't know. Who?
Robert De Niro. De Niro. Would you call him a phony?
Was he in Royal Tenenbaums?
No, you're thinking of John Hackman.
Written by Mr. Seth Rogen.
Who's Canadian like Michael Cera.
Yeah,
who
like
is a
Jay
Canadian
Baruchel
like...
too. Like Jay Baruchel is Canadian.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Montreal. I just mentioned it.
Oh, he's from Montreal.
He was in Knocked Up. Jay
La-di-da, Mr. Frenchman.
It's way better.
Jay Baruchel was not an almost famous.
Yes, he was. He was in a hotel scene, and he lets the guy up to plays Cameron Crowe. He lets him up the stairs and says, and he's like all excited. He does a Michael Cera bit like 8 years before Michael Cera was even born.
Then how is it a Michael Cera bit?
Because Michael Cera
want to know why? Because Michael Cera bits were existing in the universe, and he just went out and grabbed the brass ring.
Hey guys, welcome to the Jay Baruchel podcast. We're here to talk about everything.
Hey, all you guys.
Jay Baruchel was
Matt wants to be into Jay Baruchel, then he's a Judas.
He was a fan of the Expos when they were
Michael Cera was born in 1986.
Talented actor. And,
he wears salmon-colored pants. He buries his hands really deep in his pockets. He's fidgety. He's got a wonderful snappy turtle face. Oh. Okay, Cera fans.
Shut up.
We had a bit of a scare there, but we've really separated the wheat from the chaff. And again, as we say here, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be.
Undeclared.
Undeclared sucks. Oh.